Hi friends, it's Miss Amy. I hope you're having a great day and I hope you're ready for another art class. So today we are going to be talking about Alma Woodsey Thomas. Here's a picture of her. It's a black and white picture, but that's really her. She's sitting in front of one of her paintings. And then here, this picture is a drawing of her in front of one of her real paintings that you can see the colors of, which is really pretty. So Alma Woodsey Thomas was born on September 22nd in 1891, and she died on February 24th, 1978. So she lived for 87 years. That's like a really long time. That's a good long life. She lived and worked mostly in Washington, D.C., where the capital of the United States is located. Alma was a painter and an art teacher, and she was known for her colorful abstract paintings, just like the one in this picture here. Now, these are some other pictures of her paintings. So she liked to paint in lines. You can see all the lines going up and down, up and down. She also liked to paint in circles. So here's two pictures of different paintings that are circles. Alma used lots of different bright colors, using lots of tiny strokes to make a bigger picture. So in all of these you've seen so far, there are lots of little tiny pieces of paint that come together to make a bigger picture. But even the best artists like to break their own patterns and do something different sometimes. So this picture is also of one of Miss Alma's paintings, and it's a little bit different. It's not in a shape or in lines. It almost looks like flowers, but you can see her style is still there. She still has lots of small strokes of bright colors. So today I'm going to be inspired by Miss Alma and create a painting with small strokes and bright colors to make a bigger picture. You can use whatever you have at home. You have paint or markers or crayons and paper, or you could be even more creative. You could go outside and do this with sidewalk chalk. It's up to you. Whatever you have at home, whatever your parents say that you can use, go for it. It'll be a lot of fun. So here's my paint and my paper. I think I'm gonna start with a circle just because I like circles the best, but you can use any shape you like. You could do a heart or a star. You could do a square or a triangle, really just any shape you want to start with, and make that one kind of the smallest on the paper. So once I've got my circle, I'm gonna start with my small strokes. Today I'm gonna use a paintbrush, but if you have sponges at home, you could use those, or even if you wanted, you could do fingerprints all around. That's sort of like a small stroke, but just use whatever you've got. I'm gonna start with some green. And I don't know if you noticed in her pictures, Miss Alma's pictures, but she didn't use perfect strokes, small strokes. She just sort of did whatever came natural to her. So if yours are bigger or smaller, or go a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, whatever yours end up doing, it's perfect. It doesn't have to be any certain way. You can be doing this all in one color. You can be doing lots of colors. I'm gonna use lots of colors just because I really love colors. Purple is my favorite color. What's your favorite color? Sometimes when I'm painting, I like to stop and take a deep breath. If my mind feels anxious or kind of too many thoughts are going through my head, I just will paint and take a breath. Paint and take a breath. Sometimes when I'm just using one paintbrush, each time I wash the brush to get a new color, that'll be my reminder to take a deep breath. And I just breathe in my nose and out of my mouth. I feel like that makes my brain a little quieter so that my hand can do the work of painting. And that way I don't have to worry about what anybody else will think of my painting. I can just do whatever I feel like doing. There's no wrong way to do art. You can do art with pretty much anything. Even if you just have a pencil and paper at home, you can do art. People have been doing art since there were people. The first people did art on the walls where they lived. Now they lived in a cave, so don't paint on your walls. This is where it's gonna get tricky on the edge. I'm just gonna go ahead and paint right off the edge so that it matches, and then I'll clean it up later. Now if you make a mess, you have to help clean it up. That's the rule in my house. So I will be cleaning up this mess, that's for sure. That's okay, that's kind of calming too. It's fun to make a mess, and I think it's satisfying to clean up a mess as well. This is a big brush. I'm gonna move my water out of the way so I can get big strokes. This is a fun brush because it's kind of angled. And it can hold a lot of paint, which is nice. You can see sometimes I'm using longer strokes, sometimes I'm just doing quick short ones. It's just whatever feels good to you. Sometimes I go really slow, sometimes I go fast. Just whatever my hand feels like doing. Brush some of the paint off the edge so it's not drippity. Get into another corner here. Like I said, I'm just gonna go out right off the edge so that it still looks the same as if I had made a big stroke with my paintbrush. If you finish before me, you can either just keep watching me paint, that's fine, or if you want to do another one, you could do that. Or if you just need a break, you want to go chill and read a book or take some deep breaths, you can do that too. Just make sure your parents know that you're done watching, that way they can stop the video. I'm just going to continue with more and more rings of paint until I'm painted all the way to the edge. What color do I want? Maybe a blue. It's been a while. This gloopy blue. We'll try it. I'm gonna go from this side. Feels better. You know, sometimes my hand gets in the way. It's hard to paint and video at the same time. Actually really loving this orange. It's so beautiful. And I like this brush, which also is helping just make such precise strokes. It's always fun. Know exactly where it's gonna go. I forgot to do that corner. I'm gonna have to go back real quick. Silly me. No big deal. I'm just matching it to what's going on over here. Doing this corner reminded me that I needed to do that corner. That happens sometimes. Whatever. It's no big deal. Sometimes a mistake in art ends up being the coolest thing you can do. That happened to me once. I was painting with some watercolors and accidentally spilled some plain water on my paper, and then I got a drip of watercolor in it. And the way that it spread out was so beautiful that I started painting like that on purpose. So I would put down, plain water first, and then I would put watercolor right over top of it, just on purpose. It was pretty fun. Maybe a red. I like doing red. Oh, that's a lot of paint. Don't need that much paint. You get down to the edges, you really don't need very much paint at all. Ooh, that's a little Christmassy. I need to add a non-Christmassy color. It's not Christmas time. Well, it's not Christmas time for me right now. I don't know what time you're watching this video. Could be any time. I'm just gonna do one more little dot of yellow for Miss Alma. I see a couple places where my paint wasn't as thick as I thought it was. So I'm just gonna go back and touch up my yellow a little bit. Just because yellow's kind of hard to see on white paper as it is. I don't want it to be too thin that you can't see it at all. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, how this turned out. I feel pretty good that Miss Alma's memory is honored by our studying her and painting just like her. I'm gonna add a little bit more orange over here to my circle too, just so that it stands out. Love it. All right, so I am finished, but you might have lots more to go. So take your time and finish your painting. It takes time and practice to develop your own style of art, so just keep practicing. I hope you had fun doing art with me today. And remember to ask your parents to take pictures and send them in so that I can use your photos in our art show at the end of this unit. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.